In the next videos, I'm going to show you two methods of pivoting a dart. The first method is to pivot a dart by tracing the pattern. First, we're going to look at the principles of pivoting a dart. To pivot a dart is to move the direction of the dart in order to work according to form and function of the garment. On this trial, as long as the vanishing point is unmoved, we can pivot the dart 360 degrees if necessary. The first method I'm going to show you is to pivot a dart by tracing a pattern. We're looking at the back bodies, and first we're going to mark the position where we want to pivot the dart to. Remember, the vanishing point remains unchanged. And then draw a dotted line to indicate the new dart position. Now I'm going to use arrows to indicate where do I open the new dart and close the original dart. Next, I'm going to mark with a circle a starting point to trace, which is always beyond the new pivoted dart position. And now I'm going to trace the pattern with the tracing paper or pattern cutting paper. I'm going to trace the pattern directly from the circle, which indicates the starting point, along center back waistline, including the back dart, both dart legs, side seam, using a soft pencil to mark the curve of the armhole. Later, this curve will be finished with an armhole curve or a French curve. Continue, trace to the shoulder seam and the first dart leg of the shoulder dart to be closed. Remember, the pivoting point should always remain. We're closing the dart by turning the paper, and then I continue to trace along the back neckline using a soft pencil. And we are going to the dart leg of the new dart. Draw along this line. And at this point, because we need to open this dart, it is important that we make sure the vanishing point is unchanged, and then pivot that back to the starting point. This way, we'll be able to draw the other dart leg of the new dart, then finish the remaining neckline. Now, this pattern, we can see that the shoulder dart has been pivoted from the original place to the new position. This is to pivot a dot by tracing a pattern.